Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in here. So unfortunately, my 2003 Tacoma is having some problems. Well, more of one problem, I should say. The front door on the driver's side is broken. The door handle is broken. So what we're going to do is go ahead and show you exactly how you can be able to fix your door within about 30 minutes or sooner.
Here's the arsenal that I'm going to be using here. I'm going to be using a long extender here that allows me to go ahead and use my PH2 bit. Actually, we're going to be putting it in this small one because that one's going to work for the door handle. And then this PH3 one, this is a little bit more rigid, as you can tell here. We're going to be using that for the main part of the door right here. So there's going to be a little rivet here and a little rivet in there that you can be able to go ahead and just pop those out with a tool. And then we're going to be using the regular PH2 right there on that door handle. Once we do that, we'll go ahead and go to the next step. It really doesn't take very much force. It probably isn't the best tool to be using, but you just go ahead and get that in there. And it just pops right out. Very, very clean and simple. For the next part to undo the door, on the door handle itself, you want to go ahead and push it forward. That releases these hooks. That way it goes ahead and exposes the next part of the process. There's going to be a flap right here. What you're going to do is that you may need a tool or something slightly rigid, that way you can go ahead and pop it forward. Once you pop it forward, then you're going to just want to go ahead and push that down or pull it out, and that will undo that and help you to be able to release it here. Once that has been removed, you are going to want to find a part in the door where you can be able to pop it out. I find that using the corners is usually the easiest point of access. Mine has been opened a couple times in the past, so the rivets are a little bit easier to open up. There we go. Now, you probably, if you do go ahead and remove that part, or any parts in general, you're probably going to have to replace the little rivets. I find that these are fairly inexpensive. You can get about like 20 or 30 of them off of Amazon for about $5, but you would be using those to go ahead and replace them in the door if any of these break. Now, there is an actual tool for this that allows you to pull it out really, really easily. I don't have that. I think it's about $8, but I understand that it makes this process much easier when you're trying to remove these off of the doors. Once you've gotten that unhinged from there, it is going to sway. Now, a couple things to keep in mind is that when you do pull the door off, there are going to be some wires here for your tweeter and also for your door controls. There's going to be wires underneath, so you don't just want to go ahead and pull this off. You are going to want to go ahead and pull it up, because there is a hook on the other side that holds this in. And then like so. And then you have your exposed wires, and then you'll just go ahead and disconnect them accordingly. For this next part, we are going to be needing a 10mm socket wrench. There are going to be 2 points of entry. One right here that can be accessed right here. There's a plug that you can remove, and then there's that right there. Once those have been removed, we are going to need to be removing the key right there. Let me go ahead and bring that in. Once this screw is removed from off of here, then you can go ahead and actually twist this. All that does is just twist. It allows you to remove it, but you're going to need to remove that little anchor right there that is attaching to that. That allows you to unlock your vehicle. And then there's going to be one right up there at the very top. If I can get this to focus right. Right up there. You're going to want to go ahead and remove that as well, so that way you can pull this out. Now, in some cases, you might be able to get away with it. It is more of a struggle to go ahead and try to keep this all attached together when removing the handle. So if you want, yeah, you're more than welcome to go ahead and try to remove that during the process. It definitely makes it a lot easier, but it is feasible. So for this particular part, let me go ahead and get this in the shade here. What happened to mine is the little part right there. It allows this to go ahead and get pushed down. That completely broke off, so that's why I wasn't able to open up this door. So installing your new piece is basically the reverse of what you just went through. Instead of going with the Toyota brand, I decided to go ahead and go with more of an off-brand with Dorman. I've heard some good and bad things about Dorman, but it seemed like it would be a better quality than the $10 things that you'd find on Amazon. So I actually did find this one on Amazon, but it was for about $45, about $15 to $20 cheaper than you'd find at O'Reilly's or on AutoZone. So I hopefully will hope that this will last for about a year or two. At least that way I'll still be able to use it, but yeah, better than trying to replace it within 2 to 3 months for a $10 thing. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so now that I've got it on here, it is very shiny. Sorry if it's so bright. It is fairly shiny. A lot more shiny than the old matte one. That one was made in Taiwan, this one's made in Taiwan. But that one's made by Dorman. So I don't know if this was the original one or this was a replacement, but we're going to go ahead and do a quick little test. Hopefully this works. Pulls just fine. So far it feels great. Yeah, the only thing I noticed is that if you did try to go ahead and manually lock it, it did seem a little bit more finicky, but by having it actually close on its own, so far it's working great. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you're able to go ahead and get your door fixed, and best of luck.